Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be illustrating how to divide polynomial expressions. So I'll be showing you two solutions, two ways of dividing polynomial expressions. The first one is the long method and the other one is using the synthetic division. So without much ado, let's have example number 1. Alright, so let's have number 1, x squared plus 3x plus 10 divided by x plus 2. Alright, so the first solution that I'll be showing you is the long method. So let's have here solution number 1. Let's label that as solution number 1. Okay, so we're going to divide x squared plus 3x plus 10 by x plus 2. Alright? Now, in dividing polynomial expressions using the long method, the first thing that you need to consider here is this element, x squared. Now, think of a polynomial expression that you can multiply to x so that the result is x squared. Alright, and obviously if we're going to multiply x to x here, that will give us x squared. So x here times this x, that will give us x squared. Alright, so this will give us x squared, okay, plus, okay, x here and times 2 here, that will give us 2x. Right, and then we subtract. And take note, when we subtract, we change the operations in the subtrahend. So this will become minus. Alright, so obviously x squared minus x squared, and then, oh by the way, we change the operation and then we proceed to addition. So that's the basic rule in subtracting integers, and we also observe that here in dividing polynomial expressions. So x squared plus negative x squared, that will give us 0. Alright, and we have here 3x plus negative 2x, that will give us x, and then we bring down, okay, we bring down 10, so that will be plus 10. Now the next thing that you need to do is to consider this element, the x here. Okay, now what expression are you going to multiply to x here so that the result is also x here? Okay, so obviously if we are going to multiply positive 1 to x here, that will give us positive x here also. So this one and this, okay, that will give us this x. Okay, so 1 times x is x, and 1 times 2 here, 1 times 2 here, that will give us positive 2. Okay, positive 2. And then we subtract, we change the operation, and then we proceed to addition. Okay, from subtraction to addition. So obviously this is now equal to 0, and 10 plus negative 2, that will give us positive 8. So this is our remainder. Okay, so our answer is, okay, our answer, okay, is simply x plus 1 plus the remainder, which is 8, all over the divisor, which is x plus 2. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, now we can check whether our answer is correct, and all we have to do is to multiply x plus 2 here to x plus 1. So that will give us x plus 1 times x plus 2. Okay, and so x times x there, that will give us x squared, and we have here x times 2 here, that will give us positive 2x. And if we have here 1 times x, that will give us plus x, and if we have here 1 times 2, that will give us positive 2. Okay, so combining like terms, okay, and if you notice, we can combine these two. 2x plus x is simply 3x. That will give us x squared plus 3x plus 2. But remember, we have a remainder of 8 here. So all we need to do is to simply add 8 here, plus 8. And this will give us x squared plus 3x. 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay? So what have you observed? This one and our given. Right? So obviously, they are the same. So this means that this answer is correct. Alright, so let's have another solution, and this time using the synthetic division. Alright, so let's label this as solution number 2. Okay, now in dividing polynomial expressions using synthetic division, alright, we simply consider the numerical coefficient of these terms and the constant here. Okay, so the numerical coefficient of x squared here is 1. Okay, is 1, and the numerical coefficient of 3x here is 3, and we have here the constant, which is 10. And we have to divide it by x plus 2, and if we're going to solve for x, that will give us x equals negative 2, so we have negative 2 here. Okay, so now the first thing that you need to do is to bring down 1 here. Okay, so this will give us 1, and 1 times negative 2 will give us negative 2, right? And 3 plus negative 2 is positive 1, right? And we have here 1 times negative 2. 1 times negative 2, that will give us negative 2. Okay, and 10 plus negative 2, that will give us positive 8. Alright, so our answer here is simply x plus, so x, this is the numerical coefficient of x, plus 1, okay, plus the remainder, which is 8, so 8 over the divisor, which is x plus 2, x plus 2. Alright, so that's how simple it is to divide polynomial expressions using synthetic division. But then again, you can check whether your answer is correct, but obviously we have the same answer here with the first solution, so I can assume that this answer is also correct. Let's have example number 2. So we have x raised to 4 plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. So what have you observed with the given, specifically on this part? Alright, so if you notice, there is a missing term here, and by checking the exponents, we have 4 and we have 2 here right away. This means that there is a missing term here of exponent 3, or that's x cubed, right? So we need to complete this expression before we can proceed to the division. Alright, so to do that, we have here x raised to 4 plus, this time we're going to assign 0 as the numerical coefficient of x cubed, which is the missing term, right? Plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. Okay, and we divide this 1 by x minus 1. Alright, now, so we divide x raised to 4 plus 0x cubed plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1 by x minus 1. Alright, now the first thing that you need to consider here is this term. Okay, so what expression are you going to multiply to x such that the result is x raised to 4? And obviously that is simply x cubed. Okay, let's change the color. That is simply x cubed. So x cubed here times x here, that will give us x raised to 4. And we have here x cubed times negative 1 here, that will give us minus x cubed. And then we subtract, okay? We subtract, so we change the sign. This will become addition, and we proceed right away to addition. All right, so x raised to 4 plus negative x raised to 4, that is simply 0, right? And 0 plus 1 here, there is a numerical coefficient 1 here, so 0 plus 1, that will give us x cubed. Okay, so this time we bring down 3x squared, so plus 3x squared. All right, now the next thing that you need to consider here is this. Okay, so what expression are you going to multiply to x such that the result is x cubed? And obviously that is simply x squared. All right, so x here times x squared, that will give us x cubed. Okay, and x squared here times negative 1 here, that will give us minus x squared. Okay, so we subtract, and then we change the sign. This will become minus, and this will become plus, and then we proceed right away to addition. And obviously this is now equal to 0. So 3 plus positive 1 here, that will give us 4x squared, right? And again, we bring down 4x here. Okay, so we bring down plus 4x. All right, now the next thing that you need to consider is this term 4x squared. So what expression are you going to multiply to x here such that the result is 4x squared? Okay, and obviously that is simply 4x plus 4x. All right, so 4x times x here, that will give us 4x squared. All right, and 4x here plus negative 1 there, that will give us minus 4x. All right, so we change the sign, we subtract, and then we change the sign, so this will become minus, and this will become plus. Okay, and obviously this is now 0. So 4, and we proceed right away to addition. So 4 plus positive 4 there, that will give us 8x minus 1. And so lastly, we consider this term. So what expression are you going to multiply to x here so that the result is 8x? Obviously that is simply x. So plus x, plus 8 rather, sorry, plus 8. Okay, plus 8. So 8 times x, that's 8x. And 8 minus 1 is simply minus 8. So we subtract, okay, we subtract, and then we change the sign. This will become minus, this will become plus, and we proceed to addition right away. So this is 0, okay, this is 0, and negative 1 plus positive 8, that will give us positive 7. Okay, let's change the 7. Okay, okay, so this is the remainder, 7. Okay, so our answer is, x cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 8 plus the remainder, which is 7, over the divisor, which is x minus 1. Alright, so this is our answer. Okay, so we can check our answer. So we simply multiply x cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 8, okay, by x minus 1. Alright, so let's have here x cubed times x, that will give us x raised to 4. And if we have x cubed times negative 1 minus x cubed, okay, that's minus x cubed. Let's change the color, x cubed. And if we have here x squared times x, that's plus x cubed, okay, plus, okay, so we have here x squared minus x squared times negative 1, that will give us minus x squared, okay. And if we have here 4 times x, that will give us plus 4x squared. And if we have x squared times negative 1, it will give us negative 4x or minus 4x. And lastly, for 8 times x is 8x plus 8x. And we have here 4x times negative 1, that's minus 8 rather times negative 1, that's minus 8. Alright, so simplifying, negative x cubed plus x cubed is 0, okay, and this one, x squared plus 4x squared is positive 3x squared. So we have here x raised to 4 plus positive 3x squared, okay, and we can combine this also. Minus 4x plus 8x is plus 4x, and we have here minus 8. But remember, we have a remainder here, which is 7, so plus 7, okay, and so this will give us x raised to 4 plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. Alright, so what have you observed with this result? Okay, with this result, when you compare this to our given, and obviously, okay, or this given rather, and obviously they are the same. So this means that this answer is correct. Let's have solution number 2, and that is by using synthetic division. So let's label this as solution number 2. Alright, so again, we simply consider the numerical coefficient, okay, but since there is lacking term here, okay, so we need to write it again, x raised to 4, and we assign 0 as the numerical coefficient of x cubed because x cubed here is missing, and plus 3x squared plus 4x minus 1, okay, and we divide this by x minus 1. Alright, now so let's consider the numerical coefficient of each term. So for x raised to 4 here, the numerical coefficient here is 1, okay. For x cubed is 0. For x squared is 3. And for 4x is 4. And for the constant, we have negative 1 or minus 1. And we divide that by x minus 1. So x is equal to 1. So 1 here. And then we bring down 1. Okay? So 1 times 1, that will give us positive 1. And 0 plus 1, okay? 0 plus 1 will give us 1, okay? And 1 times 1 here, that will give us positive 1, okay? And 3 plus 1 will give us 4. Alright? And we have here 4 times 1 here will give us positive 4. Okay? And we have here 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay? So this is plus. And 8. Okay? 8 here times 1 there, that will give us positive 8. Okay? And 8 plus a negative 1 plus 8 will give us positive 7. Alright? And 7 here is our remainder. Okay, that is our r. Okay, so our answer is, so we have x cubed, the numerical coefficient here is x cubed plus x squared plus, this is for 4x plus 8, okay, plus the remainder, which is 7 over the divisor, which is x minus 1. So this is our answer. Okay, let's box that. Okay, right, so again we can check our answer. So we simply multiply x cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 8 by x minus 1. Alright, so let's start with x cubed. So x cubed times x there, that will give us x raised to 4. And we have here x cubed times negative 1 there, that will give us minus x cubed. Alright, and we have here for x squared times x, that will give us plus x cubed. Alright, and if we have here x squared times negative 1, that will give us negative x squared. Alright, and let's go to 4x times x, that will give us positive 4x squared. And if we have 4x times negative 1, this one, that will give us minus 4x. Alright, and for 8, so if we multiply a times x, that will give us plus 8x, and a times negative 1 will give us negative 8. So what have we noticed? This one is 0, and negative x squared plus 4x, okay, that will give us positive 3x squared. And we have here minus 4x plus 8x is plus 4x minus 8. But then again, we have a remainder here, 7, so we add plus 7, okay? So this will give us x raised to 4 plus 3x squared plus 4x plus, or minus rather, minus 1. Alright, so what have you observed? This one and our given, okay, this one, they are the same. So this means that this answer is correct.